This is a Ghost Dog mixtape original.
Welcome to Ghost Dog's Big Talk, and I'm your host, Ghost Dog. It's your boy Ghost Dog. Man, you see the title. You see the thumbnail. Shedeur Sanders sabotaged? Oh, man. The Shedeur Sanders drama continues. We're about a week out from the draft, and he just seems to be the topic of the conversation when it comes to the 2025 draft. NFL draft, to be specific. Yeah, man. Obviously, I'm a Giants fan, Giants content creator. I wanted him here. Just gonna put that out there. I was rooting for this boy to be drafted by us for the longest, probably since last year, during the college season. But you know, from an objective perspective, we have to, put it all out there, look at the facts, look at the info, and then we have to be able to base our opinions after the fact. At least I know that's what I do. I don't come at situations with a strong opinion until I have information to be able to form those opinions. So that being the case, there was a couple articles that came out a couple of days ago, one for Yahoo Sports in particular, that states, the New Orleans Saints passed on Shedeur Sanders like every other NFL team did through the 2025 NFL Draft's first 4 rounds. The Saints spent some picks to pick before Sanders, as well as the Cleveland Browns. So why did the Colorado passer fall so far down the board? This poor interview experience with the New York Football Giants may explain it. The New York Post, Eric Richard reports that both Sanders and the Giants left that private meeting feeling they weren't a good fit for each other. The former Colorado star reportedly failed to identify errors in his mock playbook install set as part of the Giants' pre-draft interview process, which is common practice in the NFL, according to Sports Illustrated Albert Breer, which is correct. This is nothing new in the NFL team's interview process. Obviously, you're gonna have different coaches that do different things, do different nuances of doing things. Obviously, but none of this stuff is new. It's just part of the game when it comes to the NFL draft process. It's just what it is. You hear about these things all the time. Even Dion himself with the New York Giants, he has a story where he says they gave him some kind of a booklet or something that was like as thick as a phone book, something as far as along the lines of some kind of psyche process or evaluation. But yeah, none of this stuff is new. The thing about it is though, it's who's implementing it and why. I just don't trust Brian Daboll. I got a real problem with that dude. To me, he is such a fraud and a fake. If you look at his track record when it comes to offenses and when it comes to quarterback development, he has nothing really to talk about outside of Josh Allen. He just doesn't. So it's like, I understand the process of testing these candidates. You want these kids, or these young men rather, to be able to come in and face a tough, difficult situation in the university. Absolutely. On one side, however, I can also see from a talent perspective of a Shedeur, and I'm not saying he's a generational talent, but he has high upside and he definitely has potential to be something great in this league. The kid is confident. Some might argue it's brashness, it's cockiness, or what have you. It is what it is. People are going to have their opinions, but the skills are undeniable. The kid is great. Might not be generational, might not be having the oohs and the ahs, but the kid can ball. Okay? So I can understand if you're coming in as a confident candidate and you've gone through all this stuff over and over and over again, and then you have this coach who doesn't you know, and I can understand the respect of the hierarchy of the game. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be that. But I can try to put myself, at the very least, put myself in his shoes and say, like, look, man, like, I feel like y'all doing some real funny style stuff. And if this is how it's going to be, then maybe me and you are just not meant to be. I can understand that, and I can sympathize and empathize with that. The problem I have with that is, though, simply put, is where was Deion Sanders in all this? He, above all, everybody else should have been in his ears, like, listen here, young man, like, son, these NFL franchises with their NFL head coaches are going to try to do, they're going to put you through all the hoops and the laps and all the exercises to try to get you off your platform, to try to see what you're really about in those tough, uncomfortable moments. They want you to crack. Because they, and almost a way they want you to fail. Just it's a process of elimination for these for some of these people, or some of these organizations or head coaches. It's the game. It's the nature of the beast. So I don't understand, where was Deion in all this? Why wasn't he in his ear? Not only Deion, but other people around the whole situation. Like, they should have been constantly reminding this young man, because I can understand how his confidence can overshadow things sometimes. Especially if you have a lot of yes men around you. But that's a whole nother conversation. I'm talking about, where was the accountability from Deion and people in his camp? Why weren't they constantly reminding him, look, this is what they're going to do. This is the game. Just make sure you're on top of it. Make sure you're on your game. Until you're blue in the face, until you're in the door. At the very least, I get what they're trying to do, and I respect it from a know your worth perspective. But the NFL is old money. Make no mistake. The pillars of the NFL, at the very least, are old money. And they like to do things a certain way. They like to have control. And I can't blame them for it, to a point, from a business perspective. Who are you to come in here and disrupt things and rock the boat? But I'm also of the mind that things must change and adapt and progress. But that's just my 2 cents about the entire situation. I'll continue to read the article, and then I guess I'll wrap things up after the fact. The Giants won. They give players an install, and there are mistakes intentionally put in the install, Breer said via the 98.5 The Sports Hub. He didn't catch them and got called out on it, and it didn't go well after that. He was pissed that they did that to him. I get it. It's shady. You know what I mean? To quote Tywin Lannister from Game of Thrones, it's a low cunning. At worst, it's nefarious. At best, it's low cunning. At best, it's just some shady style stuff. But to get a proper assessment out of your candidate, because you do want to see where your candidate, your player, your face of the franchise, your quarterback, your general on the field, you want to be able to see how he performs under pressure, regardless of the circumstances. It's just, I think that day, the cracks started to show a little bit, man, and it's unfortunate. Because had things gone a little different, who knows where we'd be at right now as Giants fans. Walking away from a draft, having an Abdul card in the Shedeur Sanders, it was possible. In that moment, it didn't happen, but c'est la vie, man. We here. Jackson Dart is the future. We have to be able to embrace that as Giants fans. I know I will. It's just Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll, I'm looking at you, my friend. I want to see it now. Now is the time. Now we're going to see. This is the year we're going to see if whether or not you can take the step back and allow your team to be a team. Because I think you've been the main roadblock in this team's progression these past couple years. But yeah, man, those are my thoughts. You can check out the article at Yahoo Sports. It's written by John Sigler for the Saints Wire. Pretty good article, man. I think Albert Breer also has that exact interview that was referenced as on YouTube. You might want to check it out. But man. There's a lot of blame to go around. It's unfortunate, but hopefully, in the future we can just talk about positive things when it comes to Shedeur. At least I hope so. But that being the case, man, Be sure to give a like and subscribe to the Aboriginal Sports Network channel. I'll be posting some content here as well as my main channel. Stay tuned. I'll be posting some highlight mixtapes on this channel at the Aboriginal Sports Network as well. Shout outs to Big Pat Sports, NYG, Unpopular Sports Opinion. We have it all there, all over there, man. Coach Ed Gladney, Snarf, Mets. Yeah, man, just give us a like and a subscribe if you dig the content. Share and subscribe if you can, man. Like, if you appreciate what we do, just help us get bigger and better so that way we can just make some even doper content for you guys. And go subscribe and like my main channel at Ghost Talks Big Talk, man. I'll definitely post some stuff there as well as here's the Aboriginal Sports Network channel, the main channel rather. Yeah, man. Hopefully it'll be up for Shedeur after this, man, because what could have been, man. But c'est la vie. Salute, Giants Nation. Peace. Let me tell y'all something. Why don't you go ahead and hit that button? If y'all feel the vibe, just click subscribe. And if you appreciate the way I spit on the mic, then please smash that like.